only a dream, it's only a dream, it's only a dream, it's only a dream!
Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another part of my Big 5 slasher series, and in this episode I'm going to be ranking the franchises. So the Big 5 slasher franchises from my least favourite right down to my favourite. So let's get started. Okay, so coming in at 5th spot, probably no surprise to a lot of you because you know my opinions on this franchise as a whole already, but coming in at 5th spot, very easily last, goes to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I'm not going to go on too much about my opinions on the franchise because I have done in the past, but to me this is just a very inconsistent and messy franchise. I feel if the majority of the sequels had have kept the same gritty, dirty, serious tone as the original film, we could have had a really solid franchise, but too many of the sequels just go in different directions. They change the tone way too much for my liking, and for me it doesn't work. So yeah, sitting at number 5 goes to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Coming in at number 4th spot, we have Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, I like the first 4 movies. I think the first 4 movies are really good. However, after that, not such a fan. I'm not a big fan of comedic Freddy. Dream Master was the first one that I could sort of tolerate his one-liners, and then by the 5th movie it just got way too much for me, and I'm not a big fan of any of the movies after that, including the remake. So I like about half of this franchise, but it's not one of my favourites as an overall franchise, so that is why it sits at number 4th spot. And in 3rd position, 3rd spot, we have the Friday the 13th franchise, one of my favourite horror franchises in general. It's absolutely amazing. It's quite a lengthy franchise and it spanned over a number of years, which has been awesome. And I like the majority of the films, which is pretty impressive considering how many movies there actually is within this franchise. Overall, not much I can say. Absolute classic slasher franchise, everyone knows it, but it does sit in 3rd spot for me. And coming in at number 2, we have the Child's Play or Chucky franchise. And overall, I think this is a fantastic franchise, especially considering how long it's been going for. It's been going since the 80s, and then there was a bit of a gap in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then it's reformed again with Curse and Cult, and they are absolutely fantastic reboots to this franchise. Apart from Bride and Seed, if Bride and Seed weren't part of this franchise, it would be the perfect slasher horror franchise to me. I'm not a fan of Bride and Seed, but the rest of the movies I really like. So yeah, the Chucky or Child's Play franchise sits at number 2. And coming in at number 1 position, is it really any surprise to anyone? I am definitely going to have to go with the Halloween franchise. In terms of ranking the franchise, Child's Play does come fairly close to this actually, but Halloween has a special place in my heart. I think it's a fantastic franchise. Again, it's been going for quite a long time. We even had the latest reboot last year, so it has been going since the late 70s, so pretty impressive. And overall, apart from 3 or 4 movies, I do think this franchise is really good. So absolutely love the Halloween franchise. You guys know that already, so I don't really need to say too much more. And of course it had to be my number 1 pick. Okay, so there you go. That was my ranking of the Big 5 slasher franchises. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Child's Play, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let me know what you think of my rankings in the comments section below. Also, let me know how you would rank these 5 slasher franchises in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.